Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. This is Kim Ware, and it is Thursday, our second live event, and I'm going to be speaking with you about how to overcome public speaking fears and teach you how to speak to anyone, anywhere, anytime. So, since we're lacking some people in this call, I want you to think about what is your biggest fear with public speaking instead of putting it in the chat. So just think about it. Most of us know straight away what our biggest fear is because it's something that most of us fear. Out of all the stressful things that we do, most people mark public speaking as one of the most stressful things they can think of to do on a given basis. Some people talk about being afraid of not being prepared. Maybe you're afraid of people staring at you, judging you. Maybe you're afraid that you won't say it right, you won't get your point across, or that you just get so nervous that you get tongue-tied. And those are all legitimate. Those are all valid fears, and they're things that happen even to the most proficient speakers. We get afraid sometimes. So in the following presentation, I want to teach you some tips and tricks to prepare to speak publicly and then actually do the act of a presentation. So why would I share this presentation with you? One of the reasons is that in a collegiate program, you have to take generally at least one comm course as part of your ability to graduate. So you're lucky enough that you get to take interpersonal communication. Towards the end of this course, you will see that you do have a public speaking assignment, but really it's more like a diary entry in a video journal where you need to ask 3 questions, or rather, answer 3 questions. And so since you're taking interpersonal communication instead of public speaking, this is a great way for me to teach you a little bit about public speaking before you actually do it in this class. So that's why we're having this live event today. So let's get started first with the idea of warm-ups. Before a person speaks publicly, there's usually some tension. You've got some nerves, right? And doing warm-ups can help work that nervous energy out of your body. In a speaking situation, whether it's impromptu or you have time to prepare for it, I'm going to share with you a little secret. The bathroom or your car is your very best friend because it's a place where you can go, you can be alone, and you can get these jitters out. What are some of the things that you can do? Deep breaths, just breathing in and breathing out can be so helpful in calming your mind and your body down. Any of my fitness people in this class know this very well. Something else you can do is actually warm up your face. We all think about warming up our bodies all the time, but we forget that our face is like one massive conglomeration of muscles. So you can do things like massaging your face. You can blow air out of your lips. You can also blow sound out of your lips. You can do that with your tongue. You can do it with air in your tongue. You can warm up your voice. Just those trills. You can go up and you can go down. Wherever there's that natural break, you just have to work through that to get all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. And no one cares if you're on pitch or off pitch because you're not going to be singing, you're going to be speaking. You can also do tongue twisters. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Those tongue twisters help warm up your tongue muscles. They get the saliva going so that you don't experience dry mouth and you're able to speak. Now, what about your body? Doing simple things like shoulder rolls can be really great for warming up, bending down, trying to touch your toes, just twisting a little bit, circling your arms, all great for warming your body up to release some of that nervous energy and tell yourself that it's going to be okay. Is that what you think about when warming up? I love the 80s. If you don't know that about me, love it. And this outfit and hair and makeup is just Fabulous. So we talked about the breath, the face, and the body. These are things that you can do to warm yourself up to be ready to speak. Again, if it's impromptu, you can just say, excuse me just a minute, go use the restroom, and get yourself together. Now, this is an adage that you can use to very quickly organize your thoughts and help your audience to follow along with you. It's called the tell them adage. So basically, you start by telling your audience what you're going to tell them. You tell them what you're going to tell them, and then you tell them what you told them. So for example, I could start out by saying, today I'm going to tell you about my very favorite drinking glass that I keep in this cup. I'm going to share with you all the things I like to drink out of it, and I'm going to tell you how much it costs. Then I would work through that process. I would say, this is my favorite cup. Here's why. I would tell you the different things I like to drink in it. For me, I like to have some sort of energy drink in the afternoon. It keeps it nice and cold. Water is always a plus. And then on special occasions when I need to drink coffee all day long, it will keep it nice and hot. So it's a great cup. And then finally, I bought it at Bed Bath & Beyond. I had that nifty 20% off coupon, so it ended up costing me about 15 bucks. Then I would wrap it up and say, okay, so I've told you about my glass. I've told you what I like to drink in it. I've told you how much it costs. What are you waiting for? Go out and buy it. So that is a very simple example and very short, but hopefully as you were listening, you heard that 3 different times. So it helps you to track with me as I'm speaking. Also, something to keep in mind before we talk about gestures is that if you are asked to speak somewhere, it's probably going to be a topic that you know a lot about. So you have power in your speaking. You have some kind of information that they want to know. At this point in your life, in your professional and personal career, it is highly unlikely that anyone is going to ask you to talk about something that you know nothing about. So you can rest in the fact that you have information that somebody else wants. So they're probably not going to be staring at you, judging you. They're not going to really care what your presentation skills are like. They want that information that you've got in your head. So rest assured that you have something the audience wants, and so you can find power and strength in that. Now let's talk about gestures. Going back to the idea of nervous energy, gestures are a great way to help you get out that energy. So if we had a bunch of people in here, I'd ask you, what do you think is going on in this picture? What can you read from their body language? We might infer that they're having an argument because her finger is pointed at him and her mouth is open. We could also maybe infer that they're laughing about something. They're having a conversation. Again, her mouth is open, but his hand is outward and his palm is up. So he doesn't seem like he's closed off. She also does not have her hands crossed or her arms crossed. So they're not closing off, but rather they're very open toward each other. And that's something that you can do when you're speaking to others too. You have much more power by taking an open position than a closed off position. So try to avoid crossing your arms, putting both of your hands in your pocket. One hand is okay. It suggests that you're comfortable, but the more you can keep your arms above your waist and you can keep your hands open, the more power and confidence you're going to exude. Keep those shoulders down. If you are actually standing in front of people and you're speaking, you can help yourself get energy out, but also help yourself see different members of your audience by starting in the center, give your introduction, walk to the front corner, talk for a little bit, come back to the center, talk for a little bit, and then go to that next corner to finish up. That way it keeps you from doing the speaking dance. Swaying, swaying. No, we're not rocking a baby. We're giving a presentation. So again, center, corner, back to the center to finish up. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. I'm happy to help. So that wraps it up. we have completed the crash course in public speaking, and it took less than 10 minutes here and there. So what are you waiting for? Go out, feel confident in your public speaking. Even after this course, if you come into a situation where you have to do that, keep my number, text me, email me. I'm happy to help. Have a great day.